Hello and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to take a look at the Dodrio. This is my last pre-produced video as well. Here we're going to take a look at the Open Ultra League. And we're going to have an interesting team here. We have kind of more of a classic line though. We're going to have the lead of Mudboy, which is just generally always kind of well played together with a flying type Pokemon. And we're going to have the face-up here of the Corviknight, which is going to give us a great defensive typing, but also going to allow us to have some ground-type coverage still on our face-up, which is going to be something that we of course have on our lead as well, mainly with the fast-move Mudshot. But yeah, here we're going to be able to get out the opponent's Jirachi at this point of time when this video gets released. You should be already able to see my Jirachi video towards the Open Ultra League as well. Very cool Pokemon, again, one of my favorite Pokemon that I want to try out as well for the Open Great League. I want to make a cool team as soon as the Great League is going to drop again. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I still want to try out in the GO Battle League, so definitely stay tuned for a lot of new content coming up as well. I know there was not a lot of content, I was still one a day for the last few days now, because I had been in Frankfurt. I should be going home tomorrow, and then I can still make a video when I'm back home as well. So yeah, I am excited for that, and I am going to definitely do a lot of content towards the upcoming metas. There's going to be, of course, the Master League coming up. There's going to be, I think, the Willpower Cup coming up as well. So definitely stay tuned for some videos there. But anyway, we're going to take a look here now today at this team, at the Dodrio. And there's honestly kind of a bit of a funny story towards the Dodrio for me, because this is a Pokemon that I actually built already as an XL Pokemon ages ago. The reason was, this Pokemon also has access to the fast move Steel Wing. Steel Wing was at one point one of the strongest moves in the game. I think it was actually just a Poison Jab clone, but because it was on so many good flying type Pokemon, it actually made it really strong at that point in the meta generally. Like, I know that like Skarmory was completely dominating the meta, and basically, yeah, this Pokemon here, the Dodrio, was able to learn this move as well. I was like, oh, I'm gonna try this one out. But then directly after I built this Pokemon, the new season got announced for that one, and it said that Steel Wing is gonna get nerfed because it was too strong. And then, yeah, basically I've never used my Dodrio. So it's the first time here me using this Pokemon that I built already ages ago. And honestly, I had a lot of fun with it. I think it's a cool Pokemon to run. It is honestly a very strong Pokemon to run. Pack Drill Pack is kind of a combination that you have not as commonly in the Open Ultra League compared to the Open Great League, because like Pokemon like the Fearow, you can play, but you need a Hundo and you need to have it fully XL, and it's still not going to get even close to 2500 CP. It's not going to exist, of course, like this. You don't have the Murkrow. You have Togekiss here, apparently, which I want to make a video about as well, but I just couldn't find a team that I found interesting. I honestly just couldn't find something I was like, yeah, that's something I want to run. So that's why there's no video towards Togekiss yet. But yeah, it's kind of very unique here what Dodrio can do with the Pack plus Drill Pack, and we're going to be able to win the first battle as well. It's basically just a straight upgrade to Pidgeot. Like, I don't really think that Pidgeot is better in any kind of way. I feel like that Dodrio is just a better Pidgeot, which is great because Pidgeot is a good Pokemon. Here the opponent was able to catch the move onto the Kingdra, which is very smart by them and very strong. Going to allow them also now to take the Air Cutter. We don't really get the boost here, but still we're going to have a very nice defensive typing, allowing us to resist the main damaging move from the opponent. They're going to go for the Outrage as well, so they're most likely running Swift Outrage, and everything is kind of going to be resisted here on our Pokemon, which is going to be great. We're gonna see here as well the Empoleon coming in. We're gonna stop out into the Swampert, and we will be able to go ahead and shield the move up. Hydro Cannon is coming through, and we will see here as well that yeah, we are going to have to use another shield in order to allow us to get our own charge move off here guaranteed. And again, like, the opponent's gonna do a lot of damage here generally. I kind of want to be in a position where I can just farm them down, knock out this Pokemon, which is great for Dodrio because Dodrio cannot deal with it. Here, this was the first time I had a bit of lag here today. I think it was because my phone was just low on charge. Like, this is most likely why. But again, this is what it is. You're going to have here now the Runerigas coming in. We're going to be able to go for the Drill Pack. This is going to be super good for us. And as you see, the Drill Pack is going to allow us to get the shield from the opponent. They still have the option to go for the Rock Tomb, and we have now as well again the option to go for our own Drill Pack to do a lot of damage. We see how much damage is actually going to do from our Dodrio. quite a lot, but they're sadly actually going to be able to fully farm us down because we don't really have a lot of bulk on this thing. And so it's going to be a tough battle to win here still. I'm not too sure we're actually even going to be able to win. I'm going to try to get to the move. It doesn't work out. But I have to say, this battle I would have clearly won if the game didn't lag. Like, somehow the opponent was able to win the CMP match up there against our Swampert. That's just unfortunate. Like, we definitely should have won this battle here. This is down to the game itself. Unfortunate. Next up though, we're going to have a great lead. We're going to have the Swampert here in the lead against the opponent's Stunfisk, and they swap onto a Charizard. That is going to be also very solid for us, but honestly this matchup itself is not that great. It's honestly not that great, which is kind of funny to see because, like, I don't know, really, like, you have Charizard here with Air Cutter. Like, we're going to have, like, a Pokemon that should be very weak to water types because of the pacing that Charizard has now. I'm just a bit worried. But to be fair, with the Dragon Breath fast move, they still need, they need 9 fast moves to get to their move. If they would have Ember, I think it's 8 fast moves, so yeah, like 8 turns, 9 turns, basically. It's very fast. It's just faster than Swampert. It's just going to outspeed Swampert. I guess Swampert still wins the 0 and the 1 shield. I don't think you actually win the 2 shields against this Pokemon, which is kind of mad. Anyway, we're going to be able to go for a Hydrokin here against the opponent. We have to hope that the opponent decides to let the move go as well here, which they don't. And with that, we are going to be in such a bad spot that we are not going to have a chance of winning this battle here. Alright, now let's find out. Stunfisk is going to get lower and lower, which is going to be great, as we are going to let the move go, I think. I'm going to swap out of here directly, and we still have our other Pokemon left, which is going to allow us to at least clear the debuff later on if we need to. And we see the Kyurem coming in. Kyurem, again, is actually quite a bit more common now, but Kyurem, again, also doesn't have the greatest defense until you debuff something with it, which they weren't able to do here. And so Dodrio, all of a sudden, seems to be, like, in a position where it can sweep maybe the entire team. Drill Peck comes through again. It is going to be enough to knock them out, and in comes the Charizard, where I still even have a charge boost out on my other Pokemon on Corviknight, and so I'm going to be able to win this battle. Very weird one, but we're going to have another Stunfisk against an Elite. Again, very good lead. They're going to swap out here, most likely straight away, into the Ninetales. We have some super effective coverage with Sludge, which is going to be quite some lovely one. Let's see on how this is going to go. We're going to have... the swap out here straight away. Of course, I wish that we would have Iron Head here to one-shot them, but no one is running Iron Head currently. Iron Head is just not good enough as a move to run. Ninetales is a very more unique Pokemon that you wouldn't really see that often, especially like here in the Ultra League, more so much in the Great League. But we're going to get out the Stunfisk again. We're going to have that shield advantage. We're going to be in a very good position here. We're going to be in a position basically where we should be winning no matter what. Did I swap out of here? That would be absolutely stupid. And I did, I think, do exactly this, which I just don't really know. I think the opponent's locked in for this match, like, move here as well still. They're going to let the move go, so that's alright. I can even let the move go still as well, which we're going to do. And they're going to reveal again that they're going to go back into that Ninetales. I get to the start, which is honestly huge. Like, this is changing a lot for this specific one here. As you can see, we're going to try our best to go back into that Corviknight. We can use a shield, but I actually don't want to use a shield. I actually kind of want to win with a Dodrio. Can we do that? Honestly, Dodrio was so much fun to play. This Pokemon is so cool if you can set it up correctly. Here we try to set it up correctly, but if they have a Pokemon in the back that can deal with our fast moves, we're going to be a bit in a, difficult situation. But as you can see, that's going to be that Stunfisk again, going to go down. We're going to have enough fast move pressure to mostly knock out that Ninetales, so we're going to see the final Pokemon, which is going to be Togekiss. I am curious on how much a Brave Bird is going to do. Can we one-shot them and keep our shield, or do we have to use a shield here? We cannot one-shot them by 1 HP. That is really unfortunate. We are forced to use our shield here, of course. Can we find our Ninetales in time? We cannot. 1 HP was, all it took here for the opponent to still win this one. That is kind of mad. If we would have knocked them there was no chance of them winning. And again, Kyurem is going to get used more and more. I feel like it's going to be a Pokemon, apparently it's going to be a little bit more... I don't know, hype now, interestingly enough, with the Glaciate being faster. I don't know, I think it's still more of a meme than anything else, but it's cool to see like Kyurem having a bit of play there. I'm all for it, but again, I don't think it's actually the greatest Pokemon. We're going to be debuffed here though, that's going to be a bit annoying, which is going to allow them not to take the hit here a little bit easier as well. But I can wait until they go for their own charge move because I'm not really in a hurry. I can just go ahead, let this go, and then even swap out still afterwards and keep all the energy here. I'm really not in a hurry, as we're gonna see as well. We're gonna be able to go for the Hydro Cannon before they even get to their own next move, which is great, as this is allowing us to get that shield. They swap out here, keep all the energy, and go into the Kyurem, which is an interesting play, as we are going to let the move go. We are going to be able to go for that Sludge against the opponent. And with that, we are going to be, I think, in an alright spot, doing a little bit of damage, putting them just a little bit lower than, yeah, where they really are currently. We're going to be able to get another charge move off. Are they going to shield here? They decide to go for the shield, and I try my best to go for the payback, because I wasn't trusting Air Cutter. And yeah, I'm forced to go for a shield anyway, so it doesn't matter at all. Should just been for Air Cutter now in hindsight. But as you're going to see here, we're going to be able to get that KO. We're going to swap out into that Dodrio. In comes here as well the opponent's Fortress. Rock Tomb is going to allow them to get our attack drop, but yeah, we're still going to have the option here to go for a flight, knock them out. We are also still going to have the option to get rid of the debuff with the Pokemon that we have in the back. But at this point, I am not too sure if I kind of want to take that risk, because what we will see here is that this Body Slam is doing quite some damage. And because we weren't able to swap out, I'm just going to go for the Brave Bird, hoping for the best here, hoping that's going to be enough. It is not going to be enough, and they're going to be able to farm us all the way down, so it's down now if I can take the hit here, and if I can pack them down here. But as you're going to see, the Body Slam is going to do a lot of damage, but we can now pack them down and win the battle. As you all see here, Tapu Koko is going to be next. That's an interesting spicy pick, but it is going to be a pick that we are going to be prepared for. Let's hop out into the Credilli, and I kind of try to just weaken them up a little bit. That's why I go for the hard-hitting move here. This is definitely fine. We're going to be able to let this move go, and we can see here what the opponent's going to do. The Rock Tomb is coming in. We're going to try our best to go for another charge move here. Payback is not coming in time, though. And with this, we are going to be in a position where it's a little bit more awkward. We are going to try our best to go for the Air Cutter. So yeah, this is going to get not the shield, not the boost, but I can get them lower, where hopefully this charge move is now going to be enough to knock them out. Let's see, it is not going to be enough. We have to still take another hit. But I'm fairly certain we are going to be able to do that, though. I think we are going to be able to just go for the full farm down and try our best. But as you see here, there's going to be our Swampert up against the opponent's Tapu Koko. We go for one fast move and then charge move, but apparently the third and fast move of the opponent is the same pacing. Absolutely. So yeah, as you see here, we are going to be able to just go ahead and stop out into the Dodrio against the opponent's Gyarados. We can let the move go. We still survive a hit here. The Dodrio doesn't have the best bulk, but it has enough bulk to take a neutral charge move like this here. And so let's take a look on how this is going to work out. We are going to have the drill pack coming in. It's going to do a lot of damage, and we can try our best to go for the shield here, because now I can farm them down. I have nearly the Brave Bird stored. They are going to go down here. Brave Bird is coming in against the opponent's Tapu Koko. This would do a lot of damage, even though we don't have, of course, a drill run. They decide to use a shield though, and we are going to be able to still go for the Hydro Cannon. I am well aware that the other move, Sludge, is going to do more damage, but I'm also well aware that this doesn't matter because, yeah, you see here already. Second to last battle here, we want to have the Corviknight against us. We are going to be able to go for the Hydro Cannon against the opponent, doing some solid damage. This should be kinda, yeah, maybe even going to be able to still get another one, maybe nearly get them lower this, or like get the KO with that nearly. But let's see how it's going to go here. Payback is going to come through, we're going to shield this move up, it's going to do a lot of damage, let's swap out into the rest. There you go. I can Sludge them, because this is going to do some solid damage, and this is just going to allow us to put them a bit into better range for our Corviknight. But as I decided to rather use a shield here, we're just going to swap out and see how this is going to play out. As we know that everything yeah, is going to be okay here. We are going to be able to just take any hit, it's going to be all resisted. So let's see how things are going to go. We're going to have, again, this matchup here going ahead. We're going to have the Corviknight coming in. And yeah, we are going to be able to get some nice charge moves through. This is going to allow us to get them kind of low. And we're good, basically. We're just going to have to let this go here again. It's going to be another payback. Just going to take the time. Air Cutter's coming through. And yeah, this is going to be fine because we can go for the full farm down. In comes the Runerigas, and we can still go for the payback. That is a huge play for us, as we will see here the... Oh, wait. They actually swapped and caught the move. I didn't even see that. And now it's down to Runerigas against our team. We can take a Rock Tomb still. The Rock Tomb is coming through here. I can go for the Drill Pack. And I do think I'm still going to be in a solid position because they are not going to be able to go for the farm down there. We are going to be able to go and still shield this up and still get to another charge move because we should have the Hydro Cannon still stored onto our other Pokemon, which means as soon as the shields are going to be gone, we're going to win straight away anyway. That's why they let the move go. That's why this is actually a very smart play. And yeah, we can move on to the next one, where we're going to have the Credilli. This is going to be a matchup where we can swap out and try to catch the move. If it's a grass knot, it's going to be totally fine. And so, yeah, as we see here, we are going to have the matchup here that's going to be quite more neutral. It's both going to be okay. And as you can see, we're going to have another charge move coming through. This is going to be the Air Cutter. And we're going to get the boost here as well, which is going to help us quite a bit later on. So yeah, as we will see, the Air Cutter is going to even get the next shield, which is kind of funny. I don't know what the opponent actually tried to do here, but Rock Tomb is going to get us lower. But again, we have a ton of energy on the Swampert, so I have actually really no idea what the opponent tries to do. We know that we're going to be fine here. We know that we can go for the Hydro Cannon in time as well. We are going to be able to get the KO against the Credilli. We have a 2-shield advantage. We still have all 3 of Pokemon. We're going to have a Cresselia against us. Oh no, that's such a difficult Pokemon for us. Not really, because we have so much damage output with our Swampert. And we can even shield this move up just to keep the Swampert alive. And swap out even to the Dodrio if I wanted to. Here I decided to swap out into the Corviknight just because we have the payback, which was super effective and we're very, very close to it. That's going to do a lot of damage against that Cresselia. To the point where we can just fully farm it down with a Dodrio. And very likely just going to be able to win the battle, as we see here as well. It's going to be Armored Mewtwo. There's no Pokemon here really that can break that core of the Dodrio plus the Swampert. The Dodrio itself, again, was a lot of fun, especially with all of the harder hitting damage of this Pokemon. But this is going to be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe. And again, I'm going to be back tomorrow, so yeah, stay tuned for that as well. I have some most interesting content for you to share as well there, because I have some top teams coming up and there are a lot of interesting changes in the Master League. But that's going to be it for today. See you then. Bye bye.